Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to do kind of a first impressions slash reviews slash wear test for you. I received some items from Influenster. If you aren't familiar with them, I will leave information down below. It's a company that will send you products free as long as you provide for them an honest review. In the package that I received, I got 3 very high-end products, which was like really exciting, but also not exciting, and I'll explain that in a minute. So the first item that I got is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. I kind of had to guess on what foundation I wanted. They sent you an array of different skin tones and said, choose the one you think is closest to yours. And then based on that, this is what they sent me. Now, I'm just gonna start off by saying, looks pretty orange. Pretty orange. Kind of worried about this. And honestly, I might have to wear a turtleneck through the wear test because my face might be freakishly orange. I don't know, we'll see. The next item they sent me is Dior Show Mascara. And if you notice, I did use this in my last video. No, maybe it was my mini tutorial on Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, which you should, then you saw that I used this. And then I also received this gorgeous Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette. It comes with 2 strobing colors, the white and the gold, and then a blush, and then this bronzer that I will definitely not ever be using because I have super oily skin on my cheeks, and the last thing that I need is a shimmery bronzer. But I will definitely use these 3 other colors, and I will absolutely use this as an eyeshadow. Like, just because it comes in a face palette doesn't mean you can't use it as eyeshadow. And then I'm also going to use this e.l.f. palette, because what do you do when you have super high-end prestige makeup? You pair it with the cheapest drugstore makeup out there. I'm going to use this e.l.f. Rose Gold palette. As you can see, I've never used it, never touched it. And honestly, I don't even know how long I've had it. But I feel like I've had it for probably like a year or a year and a half, maybe even 2 years. Haven't even touched it. This is my life. So this is the Nude Rose Gold palette, and I'm really excited to give it a try. I just think the colors are really pretty. And now the reason that I'm not all that excited that I received these Dior products, even though it was really generous of both Influenster and Dior to send them to me, is that Dior does sell in China, which means they aren't cruelty free. And that bums me out because they're obviously not a company that I can promote. They're not a company that I would ever repurchase in the future. So this is just for my honest review. I will be honest about the products. If I think they're really, really awesome, then I will let you know. But disclaimer at the very, very beginning, I would never repurchase these, and I do not support the Dior company. So just to get that out of the way, let's get started on a tutorial. I already did my brows. They are the ColourPop Precision Brow Pencil in black and brown. You guys know that this is kind of my ride or die brow product. And then I also primed with the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Potion Primer in age defying or anti-aging, whatever. I used that one because, I don't know, I'm worried about my eyelids. Look at that, look at all that skin. They're getting droopy, I'm getting droopy, and I'm only 34. Very nervous about this. Do I have wrinkles anywhere? No, because Asian don't reason, but I've got a lot of eyelid situation, so that's kind of worrisome. Anyways, let's jump on into this e.l.f. palette. So the first color that I'm gonna choose is this one. I'm gonna put it all over my lid as per usual. I always start with a light base color, and this kind of sets the eye primer so it's not so tacky anymore on your eyes, but it also just lays down a really nice base for you to be able to blend the rest of your eyeshadow in. And then I'm gonna snatch up this color right here to start the building up the crease. Okay, the second color I'm gonna grab is gonna be this one right here. It's kind of like a dark mauve it's kind of like a cool tone dark mauve. And I'm just gonna apply that in the crease just below the color that I just applied previously. Alrighty, so we've got that color down. And now I'm just gonna go in with this shimmer shade, this lightest shimmer shade, and I'm gonna put it all over my lid. Alrighty, so this is all the eyeshadow that I'm gonna wear today. This is a really simple look. If you are wanting to wear some makeup but you don't have a lot of time, or if you just want it to be really subtle, I am gonna throw on some eyeliner and some mascara because I feel like my eyes need eyeliner and they definitely need mascara. But you could definitely skip the eyeliner if you wanted to and just go straight for mascara if you've been blessed by the eyelash gods. And I'm still using this Ico Skinny Liquid Liner. I'm really trying to give this as many chances as I can, but honestly guys, I think I hate it. I really do. I think I hate this eyeliner pen. So, I don't know. Good color, tugs at my eyes, difficult to work with. I don't know. But we're giving it some more shots because we're that way. So I'm just going for a really subtle wing today. If you're following me on Instagram, which again you should be, then you know that I really typically like a very bold liquid liner, a big huge wing. I want it to be covering like half of my eyelid, but for this look we're keeping it really subtle because I do want any lash that possibly can make its way up toward heaven to be visible. So now I'm gonna curl my lashes using my trusty Tweezerman Pro Master. This is great for almond shaped eyes. And then I'm gonna apply that Dior mascara. Round two. Okay, and honestly, this is it for the eyes. Just really simple today, guys. Although maybe I should have done like a really big eye to distract from the fact that my face might be really orange. Oh, I'm just really nervous about using this foundation, guys. Also, I haven't even done my hair. Still damp from the shower. I'm cute. It's great. Just to compare, look at that. Look at how orangey this is compared to my everyday. It makes me very nervous. I'm going to start with the ColourPop Rose Quartz Crystal Priming Spray. This is not currently available. I don't know if it's going to come back and be available again, but I really like it. It gives you a dewy finish, and I definitely need a dewy finish because I've been having some dry areas. You can see where I've kind of had some breakouts, and I've been applying zit cream, but then that's been drying my skin out. So I don't want anything too mattifying on top of mattifying on top of mattifying, which I would normally do because y'all know I love my matte. So I'm going to start with this for a dewy finish. Now I'm just gonna go in with the foundation with my trusty Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Perfecting Sponge. I don't know what the name is. It's got all those words in it. It's a really long name. My fake beauty blender, because honestly I like its shape better. I'm just gonna try a little bit of this foundation. Okay, first layer, and it's blending into the skin really nicely. It's definitely not orangey. You can kind of tell though, it's a little bit darker than my neck, but I do have a darker face than neck. And I have tried in the past foundations that match my neck, and let me tell you, that makes me look just so ghostly. And then it looks like I'm wearing too light of a foundation. So I've kind of relegated myself to the fact that I'm always gonna have a slightly darker face than neck. unless I'm willing to use some self-tanner. And I haven't used self-tanner ever because I'm basic, but let's try a second layer and see what happens. So a couple of things that I will say about this is that it builds really nicely. I feel like that I don't look like super cakey or anything, even though I've applied 2 layers on it. I get really worried, especially around kind of my nose area, and I don't feel like that looks too cakey at all. So I feel like it's a nice buildable coverage, but it's not really full coverage. I don't know if it's supposed to be full coverage, but this looks pretty medium coverage to me. And I do feel like my face is a little orange. Just a little. Not horrifically so, but I'm probably gonna be wearing a turtleneck later. Okay. So I'm going to do a wear test and a review at the end of the day. I'll let you know how it was throughout the day. I don't ever touch up my makeup throughout the day. I don't apply extra powder. I don't use a face spray during the day. Whatever happens in the course of 6 to 8 hours happens. I almost always get very oily in the nose area, so I try to set that with some extra powder at the very beginning when I'm doing my makeup, but otherwise it's just kind of let's let nature take its course with this makeup. So I'm gonna take my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Aqua Sealer Concealer. This is in shade Fair, and I am going to apply this because it's also a very thin formula. I don't want anything too heavy or tacky on top of this foundation, just again so I can kind of get an idea of how it performs during the day. But it doesn't feel like super tacky, which is nice. Sometimes, you know, you put foundation on and your face is like, it's not like that. So the first few times that I used the Tarte Cosmetics Aqua Sealer, I absolutely hated it. It's got a really strong paint-like scent, which is really off-putting, and I don't know how it is that they managed to get it so stinky because their stuff is vegan and isn't formulated with all the chemicals that other makeup is, but somehow does this concealer stank. And then I don't know, the formula was so different than any other concealer that I'd used that I was like, I don't know, I think I hate it. But having used it longer now, I actually really like it quite a lot. And no, I haven't tried Shape Tape yet because I'm a loser. And I was out of the game when Shape Tape was really popular, but hopefully I'll get some at Black Friday. Please bless. And I'm just gonna set the under eyes and the nose with some powder. I'm not gonna bake. I don't feel like baking really ever. This is just that RCMA no color powder. This is definitely my favorite powder by far. I use it on my clients, I use it on myself. It's just a really, really good powder. So I'm really pleased with how the concealer blended into the foundation. Sometimes I'll have an issue where I'll blend the foundation in and then it looks, even though I'm using like a thin product on top of a thin product, it just suddenly looks really, really cakey or awful, or especially the nose area. And again, I'm just not getting that with this foundation. So that's nice. So because I don't want to use this shimmery bronzer color, I'm going to go in with my trusty Tarte Cosmetics. You guys know, I just really like Tarte Cosmetics a lot, except for their eyeshadow palettes are the most boring eyeshadow palettes in the history of all time. This is the Park Avenue Princess Bronzer. It's Amazonian clay, it's 12 hour, it's waterproof, it's matte. It is a dream and I absolutely love it. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. This was from doing that Purely's detoxifying mask. If you haven't watched that video, then you should, because I tried out some new skincare and honestly, it was so awesome. It totally sucked out a bunch of really gross stuff from my skin. But this guy came out and he won't go away now. So anyways, I know some people like totally spot conceal and I'm just not one of those people. I don't know, I don't feel like it's really that noticeable. And I always feel like spot concealing makes it more noticeable, but that might be because I use a zit cream and it dries out my skin, so then you've got like concealer on top of dry, crusty skin. Is that TMI? I don't know, we're going there. And then I'm gonna crack open this Dior Backstage face palette. So I am going to use this blush color. I don't love using shimmery blushes either, but I definitely would never use a shimmery bronzer. But I have used some shimmery blushes in the past. It's just not my absolute favorite formula because of how oily my skin gets during the day. So this is the kind of blush that you really don't even have to wear a highlighter with if you don't want to. But I want to. And I am going to use this gold color for my highlight today. I think the other day I combined the two and it was really nice, but I'm just gonna use this one for today. Is it doing anything? There we go. There we go. Trying to get the right angle. Ooh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. And a little bit on the tip of my nose. So first impressions of all of these products is that, of course, they're really good. Why? Because they are super high prestige, and so you kind of assume if you're going to be dropping a pretty penny for these products that they're going to be formulated really nicely. This blush is really, really nice. It's not too crazy. The highlight is really pretty. Really pretty gold color. The mascara, let me get in close. Look at that, you can see my eyelashes. So done its duty. I kind of feel like maybe the foundation has oxidized on my face. I feel like maybe I'm even darker than before, but that might just be my imagination. So I don't know, I'm very on the fence about this foundation. The 0N, which is the one color, one shade right below it, is like freaky fair though. So I was looking online at the different shade options, and technically this would be the best one for me based on everything else, but I don't know, it's not the best shade match that I've ever had, and I'm probably gonna be wearing a turtleneck. How many times can I say that in a video? Let's just face it, I'm wearing a turtleneck. And then because I'm feeling a little bit bougie from wearing Dior, I'm going to wear my Burberry lip color. This also came to me from Influenster. I think they're also a company that sells in China, so all this not cruelty-free makeup. Honestly, I'm thinking about canceling Influenster because they keep sending, early on, they were sending me cruelty-free products, and then slowly but surely they've been sending me a lot of not cruelty-free products, and I'm like, okay, that's not really my jam. And I keep mentioning that in the reviews, and they keep sending it to me, so I might just cancel, to be honest. Free makeup is really fun, but free makeup that's tested on animals is a lot less fun. Okay, so that completes this look of my Dior Influenster free makeup, whatever you want to call it. I will check in with you in a few hours. We'll see how it's wearing, and then I will return at the end of the day. So it's going to be completely altered lighting because it's going to be dark, and I will give you my complete review at the end of the day. Okay, bye. Hey, so I'm just checking in. I've had this foundation on for a little under 2 hours, and so far it's pretty good. I don't feel like super oily anywhere. So So far, so good. I'll check in after a few more hours. Bye. Okay, I'm doing another check-in because I'm really stupid and I'm raking the front yard. We live on a pretty good size property and I'm raking by myself. I'm packing by myself and I'm like super out of shape, but look at how well the foundation is holding up. I don't like the shimmery blush situation because as you can see, you can like see the texture in my skin. But the foundation, especially around the nose area, is holding up quite well while I'm huffing and puffing and sweating. So I've had it on now for like 3 hours or so. This will be my last check-in before I check in tonight and give you a full review of all the products that I used. But I just wanted to let you know how the foundation's going while I do yard work. Okay. And yes, I wore a turtleneck today, just in case. Bye. Hey guys, so I'm here for my final check-in. It's way later than I meant it to be, but I took a nap. So I've been wearing this foundation now actually for like 9 hours total. And I tend to get more oily while I'm sleeping. So that being said, I feel like this foundation actually wore really, really well for as long as I've been wearing it. Typically, I get just like oil slick city right in here. And as you can see, that hasn't really happened at all. Oh, sorry for the lighting. That really hasn't happened at all. And all the areas where I would say I'm normally just like the makeup is deteriorating and I'm really, really oily, aren't that bad at all, especially for now 9 hours of wear and after essentially working out. So I did notice that it's deteriorating a little bit around my chin area. I would say that's probably just because of how dry and in need of exfoliation that area is in particular, but under the eyes, my cheeks, everywhere, it's held up really, really, really well. So again, I can't really promote this product personally or this brand because they test on animals in China for their Chinese market, and I wish they just wouldn't sell in China. But I did promise you my honest review, and I would say this foundation wears really, really excellently. Now onto the Glow palette. I personally, I just don't love a shimmery blush, as shimmery as the blushes in this particular palette, because I have oily skin and because it really shows off how much texture I have in my cheeks. I used to have really bad acne problems, and so because of that, it's a lot more visible. But the strobing powders are really, really nice. Just a gorgeous, look at that. Ooh, 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 so good. And then, like I said, I'm not gonna use the bronzer but on my face, but I would use it as an eye palette. Actually, I could really use the whole thing as an eye palette, so it definitely won't go to waste. And then, as much as I hate to say it, because again, not a brand that I feel like I can promote, but this is the best mascara I have ever used. I'm gonna get in really close here, you guys. But my lashes have stayed curled all day long. And I only wore 2 coats. And I did curl them, but typically when I curl my lashes and I apply mascara, that doesn't really matter. So what can I say? Dior makeup is really, really excellent. Not really that surprised, right? Because it's so expensive. If you're going to be spending as much money on these products as you are, you would kind of hope that they would perform really, really well. And they do. So this is a bittersweet moment for me because I wish that I could say these are excellent and go buy them right now, but I can't really say that because they're just not animal friendly, and I wish they would be. So that's my #1 biggest issue with them, and for me that is a really, really big issue. I will continue to use these products just because I don't like throwing away makeup, but I am going to try to contact Influenster again and just say, hey guys, maybe slow down on the not animal-friendly brands and start sending me stuff that I can actually promote and feel good about using, because that's kind of my vibe here. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it's informational for you, and I will catch you in the next video. Okay, bye.